Hello, everyone out there that is interested in doing acting. Are you interested in doing acting? I am outside. I'm at McDonald's. Now, I didn't bring my tripod, so I have an iced tea, and then I have the straw, and I propped it on top of the iced tea with the straw holding down there. But all of you fine people that are interested in doing acting, this is a question that came up, so I thought I could wait for a next Q&A. Don't forget, if you have a question about acting or diet or animals or lost pets, it's right there in the comment section. Throw it down there in the comment section, and I will try to include that on my next Q&A. If it's something that's kind of pressing, or like right now we don't want somebody to get hurt, or there's somebody's missing, that kind of thing, that will probably be done on its own, like a standalone. Like this is a standalone. Just now, a sheriff's deputy was shot in his back. I guess he's at a stoplight, and somebody in a white sedan, I guess, pulled out a gun and shot him in the back. You know, you think everything is kind of normal. The weather's not too bad. You can see behind me, it's kind of gray, but it is getting a little bit later. It is now 6:40 p.m., so I got to get out of here before it gets too dark. But yeah, so acting. Are we back yet? Are we finally back? A lot of people I know are not working. If it was just me, I think, maybe a little ugly, maybe too ugly, maybe not ugly enough. Maybe too pretty. No, you don't get that. Maybe too fat, not fat enough. There's a reason why I'm not getting booked. I'm not talented. That could be one of them, right? What's the list? 1, 2, 3. The list of 100 reasons why I'm not going to be booked, why I'm not getting booked. There's a few of them, but people I know that are super talented. They're studying acting when they're in junior high school and high school, and then they've been principals and getting these good, maybe not principal roles, but a lot of good day players where you play one day or maybe 2 days, support roles. But some principals where they might be the principal in a commercial, for example, they're not working either. Now, we don't understand what's going on because we had the COVID thing, then we had the first strike. We're still sort of in COVID protocol. Then the second strike hit. We're kind of out of COVID protocol, but we had 2 strikes going on at the same time. Then we came back, but it was kind of hiatus time when we came back. Will we have a traditional hiatus ever again? I don't know. A lot of things have changed. COVID, of course, allows us to do, the technology probably would have happened anyhow, but luckily during COVID, we were able to do electronic filming. They did some where everybody filmed little pieces and they put it together where we could at least audition on a video, similar to what we're doing here, but you can audition on a video and send it over there, so you're not totally stopped, which could happen. There's times where I had to have a mask and a shield and gloves, and I had to sit at my own little table. One of those little tables like you'd have when you're in school. It has a little thing that goes like this, and then you get up and you get your food, and they give you a big grocery bag with the handle on it. You say, okay, I'll have one of those. I'll hand it to you, put it in your bag, and you go down the line, and they're all wearing like this, and they push forward the trays, and the trays would have the food on them. You take it off the tray, so no touching, and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of stuff happened, but are we back? I don't know. But here's the question that was asked of me. This is about getting injured on set. Have I ever gotten injured on set? Yes, I have. I've fallen down. I was riding a Segway, and they threw some boxes to make it look like the box off. I hit the box off. Well, it made the Segway slip, and I fell forward on a commercial. I did. I can only say the name. I've had where I was playing softball, and they told me, to try to catch this ball, and I caught the ball, but it was like, it was probably like a stretch, with the left hand, one of these, and I fell and hurt my knee. I've tripped, that kind of stuff. One time a dog tripped me because the dog was really sweet, loved me. It was not a trained dog, it was somebody's dog, and it ran in front of me while I was supposed to be in a hiking group, and it tripped me and I fell down. It happens. Nothing serious. I never had to make a claim. They always took care of me. I tore my pants on the time I skinned my knee, and they bought me new pants, which is great because I probably bought them for $3 at the thrift store. They gave me $175. I don't know where they got that. I don't know where they got that number from. My iced tea tripod just fell, and let me just move that way. Yeah, I'm just propping it on a straw. It's like the top is here, the straw is here, and I put it right there. I could hold it, but my arms get tired. But yeah, they always taking good care of me. I never had any situation where I was not taken care of, made whole or whatever. I didn't have to miss any work because of this. But a lady here that has found the acne bug, has been bit by the bug. Ow, got bit by the bug. She started doing some acting. When she saw some of the stuff on here, she followed some of the things I did, how to start out with a little background work with money. You can work for free. A lot of people do. A lot of people enjoy working for free because you can get some bigger projects. If they're not going to pay you, you can be the star. If they're going to pay you, the star makes the most money. But if everybody makes no money and you're the star and I'm the support guy, we make the same amount of money, which is the big goose egg. And we do it for experience. But she watched the thing and she decided she was going to do some stuff, and she went on to set and she got hurt. I told her, well, just tell me what happened first, because what would I do? I said, well, tell me what happened, and then I'll tell you what I think I would do if it happened to me. So I don't know if you've seen, I'm sure those of you in California, maybe New York, Chicago, whatever, North Carolina, Texas, where there's a lot of filming, you've probably seen the big white easy ups. Not an easy up like if you go to the farmer's market and there's an easy up that covers one table and they put some persimmons on the table and they put some strawberries on the table and they sell them. Not that, we're talking huge, where one of those tents could probably have 2 rows of 10 of tables that can seat 10 people each. You could easily put 200 people under one of those, the biggest ones they had, and they're multiples. But what happens is they're pretty big, and wind will catch them and knock them over, or could knock them over. So they'll put these together, they tie them, they hook them together. A lot of times there's bungee cords or something hooking the parts of the easy ups together. Now, when she was telling me this, it must have been on location, because if it wasn't on location, they probably would have had some other facilities, like you dine indoors if you have a set location where you're always there. But maybe not. Maybe not. I've had some where we just sat on the grass under trees. That was kind of cool. We worked with horses and everybody grab a tree and let's eat. And that was fun and fine too. But they were all signed in and they were going to lunch, and she was carrying her tray. And what they do on these things, they hook them all down like this, and then the legs themselves have a platform, like a platform and a thing like this, kind of like like a table. It would look like, but it's the legs, not where you're eating. And they put sandbags to hold the platform down. Then there's the pole, and then it hooks to the easy up, and then there's another one. So she's carrying her tray, and can't see. She's carrying her tray, steps on that, falls forward, cut her lip, and got to get stitches. She had to go home that day. She bled on her clothes. So that happened. It was a Screen Actor Guild's program. I guess. She said it was union, so I'm sure. I don't know what contract it's under. But she injured herself, and they immediately took care of her. The medic came out. They transported her. I think someone drove her to the hospital, and she had to get stitches. Then the doctor at the hospital said, I don't want you to work for about 3 or 4 days just to recuperate, because you might have hit your head or whatever. Somehow she got 3 days. So she got 3 days of pay. Now, I don't know if that's her pay of her regular job. What if she has a job where she's making, $200, $300 a day every day, and then she's on set, she's making $60. Who knows? I don't really know the situation of that. So just based on what she told me about her injury. So she has to get stitches. And they're covering 3 days of pay, the medical. They paid for her clothing, total loss. She got to keep the clothes. You always get to keep the clothes. I think when I tore my knee on that one, I kept those clothes for playing a kind of a downtrodden guy, like a guy working at a laborer, maybe somebody mowing the grass, or working as a janitor, or just a guy with torn pants. Maybe there's one of those, they do one of those ocean cleanups if you're walking on the sand picking up stuff. So that's what happened. So she got that, and she was asking me, what do I think the next step should be? And I said, I don't know. If it happened to me, I would immediately, of course, talk to the people on set, production. What do you guys want to do about this? How do you want to handle this? Then if they say, we gave you 3 days, whatever, I would probably make a claim with their insurance. But would I call an attorney? Now that's kind of iffy. I know they have insurance, so I can call the insurance. or they'll probably do it for me. Then the insurance will call me. I'm sure she got a phone call the same day or that next day if it was a night shoot. I think she said they were eating dinner. But I've had shows where I'm eating lunch and it's 3 o'clock in the morning and they've been there all day, but that was first meal or whatever, or on there's A unit and B unit. And like when I just did that night call back then, I arrived on set. I was there for about an hour and a half, that we had lunch, but it was at 10 o'clock at night. So what I would probably do is I would see what they offer, and if I'm okay with it, I would go with it. I probably would have been called an attorney. Just they took care of it. Now, the problem she may have now is now she has that. She's going to have probably a scar. So that's going to open some work for her and open some doors and close some doors. So they may say, we want people that look like, she can frazzle up her hair and have the stitch in her mouth. That look kind of tough, kind of rough around the edges. She can get that. But if they want people to look like a pretty whatever and they can't cover with makeup, that might hurt her. So I would go on this steps. I fall down. I immediately take care of my health. That's first. Did I hit my head? Do I have swelling? Am I bleeding a lot? Can we stop the bleeding? I would probably, if it was big enough that I could tell I needed stitches, I'd go get the stitches. That had to hurt in the lip, upper lip, whatever. I'm sure that hurt. Here's a shot. Ow. Here's the stitches. Ow. So I would probably go that route, and then if I had to make a claim with the Screen Actors Guild /AFTRA or -AFTRA, SAG-AFTRA union, they have an OSHA department, safety. I don't know what they call it. I think it's called OSHA. I'm not sure with them, but you can get assistance through them. I don't think they're just going to let her sit there hanging. I think they're going to do something for her. 3 days I pay, that's nice. Based on what though? If I make a lot of money on set and then I'm unemployed, let's say, or not making any money, maybe I make up $80 a day on some side hustle type gig, and I'm making $800 a day on that. Do I get the $800 that they were paying me, that times 3? I'm not sure. She doesn't know yet either. So I would just take it as it comes. First thing, take care of my health. Go to the doctor, follow the doctor's orders, put in the claim. Their insurance, I'm sure, called. I talked to their insurance company and say, hey, what do you think you guys want to do about this? They would talk to production. They kind of be the go-between. They work for the production company, but they also have your interest in mind. And I would go with that. And then if I had to go further and push it, wow, the problem is if I get an attorney involved, that's going to maybe, I'm not saying yes, there's a chance that production company is not going to want to work with me anymore because I wasn't happy with that decision. So if I got 3 days and they said, we'll give you 5 days, a total of 5, 2 more days. And I said, I really want 7 days. I'd probably just go ahead and go with the 5, I don't know. But if it's in a major, like they said, well, David, you're going to need, reconstruction of your, and it's going to cost $30,000 and we're going to give you 3 days. Well, then I have to find out how to get that $30,000. Now, were they negligent with that? I see this all the time. There's always, they call it dirt. Give me a dirt, and that's like a bag of dirt. Then that small box is called an apple box. There's names for everything. Everything has a name. All the different, the shields and lights and light standards, and everything has a name. So, were they negligent? I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if I was there for 3 or 4 days and then that happened. They would think, well, David, didn't you realize that was there? I don't know. I'm confused. So she's carrying a tray, walking, tripped, hit her mouth, got stitches. Now what happens from there? I don't know. 3 days, close, all the medical's paid for. She's going to have a scar, I think. I think that a lot of them would be the bearing. What's going to happen with that scar? Can they touch it up? Can they do plastic surgery out there? Does she have to tell production when she gets a role? They say, hey, we're going to have you. Like, I ain't got much hair. They say, David, go to hair and makeup. And I might spend 25 minutes in the makeup chair. There's been somewhere it's been hours in the makeup chair when I was on like nip and tuck. That's extreme makeup, but it's about 15 minutes in the makeup chair, and they look at my hair and they go, oh, pat, 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 have a nice day. Not much you can do. Grow some, please. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Is she gonna get money is I think if I don't make a complaint, I just kind of soldier up and I don't have that big of a loss, that would be to the positive. They say, hey man, this guy right here, he fell and cut his mouth and he felt bad he had to miss the next day of shooting, but I'm gonna get him on something else. Oh David, I'll get you, and they probably will. So yeah, tough. So right now, what I said first, health, recovery, see what they offer me, see if we can work this whole thing out, and then go from there. And I'm gonna have a scar. Maybe I have a scar here, I have a scar here. I got scars. I do have scars. I was in the military for a long time, and you get scars. You get bumped and cut, and bruised, and all that kind of stuff when you're in the military. You don't have to be in the military to get all that. You get that elsewhere as well. But getting hurt on set, it happens. It does happen. And the procedures, once again, they're gonna say the procedures are to go through. First, the medic. The medic will come over. Sometimes there'll be another person next to you who will help you. Oh no, are you okay? And they'll help you up. And then the medic comes over, and then production will come and talk to you. Somebody from the production office is going to get in touch. We'll get in touch with you before you get transported to the doctor, the hospital, whatever. Production office has already called you, I'm sure. So everyone have a great day. Be careful. If you go on set, be careful. Don't forget. Boo, 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 boo. Subscribe. We also have the contest. Woo, yay. On the contest, remember you have to comment. Look for the one with a Rosie on it. Rosie doll, Rosie Barbie. Comment on that video to be entered into that contest. We also have the treasure hunt down in the Arroyo Seco. I wonder if it's just too small. It's really small. But the last one was about that big. It looked like a pencil box or one of those watercolor boxes. And I think that took about 3 or 4 months for somebody to find. It was just right out there in the open. People probably walked past and I didn't know what it was. I think it's a piece of trash. But this little teeny tube, if you go back that way and see, you'll see that little tube. Maybe it's just too small. I don't know. This will be out tomorrow. We have a taste test Tuesday out tomorrow. So there'll be 2 videos tomorrow. Probably the taste test is already scheduled for, I believe it's scheduled for 1 o'clock. So those will probably, usually I'll have this one come out like 30 minutes later. So 1 o'clock is the YouTube is saying it's the best time. Whatever time they say the best time, maybe I'll change it, make whatever. That one's already scheduled. So that one's already, I don't like to mess with the schedule. One's already scheduled, that's it. So I'll put this one 30 minutes after that one. So if the optimal time is 1 o'clock, this will be 1:30. Take care, everyone. Don't forget, subscribe. Take care.